Cool. Hello, how are you? Fine, right? I guess we have come here to meet and talk DevOps, right? So I would like to share some of the thoughts and experiences that I've done over the last many years working in that field, right? So how can we get to the summit? So how many of you, I know you just have lunch, and you may be a little bit tired, but please raise up in your seat. How many of you is working in DevOps specifically, right? Cool. Have you ever been in a situation where the devs came and gave you something, and then it all fell apart? I guess so, yes, we have. Do we in Ops also have been in a situation where they may roll out a Windows update or whatever, and then it fails? I would like to introduce to you the DevOps Manifesto, at least the example. So we need to work on the mindset, and we need to work on the structure, and we need to work on infrastructure as code over automation. So those three takeaways is something that I would like to present to you today. We are talking about silos. We are working in silos, throwing tasks and activities over different roles, from BA and so on, to Dev, to QA, and then we ship it, right? And then it works. No, it doesn't. Why doesn't it work? Because it creates bottlenecks. Sometimes you have too many in Dev, sometimes you have too many in test, or maybe you have too many in DevOps. That's probably not likely to happen. And you're not utilizing your resources enough, right? So it actually creates barriers in your workflow, delivering value to your customers, right? So we have those barriers, even though that there might be some persons that would be able to do something else, right? So if you want to change, start working with the mindset over your culture. That will change something, right? Finding the people that want to take different roles in your organization and work with those people. But it's not enough. We also need to work on the structure. I've seen examples of different kinds of ways that you organize your DevOps. Two different silos, not talking that much to each other, throwing changes one way or the other, and simply doesn't work. There are some different artifacts on this one also. Another anti-pattern, I would call this one as well, is when you have an embedded DevOps function within there, and you still need to talk to the ops guys, right? It doesn't work because we have those bottlenecks. So working on integrating Dev and Ops in teams where you take the full responsibility for the entire pipeline, that's the structure that you need to change so that we can take and deliver value to our customers. And that structure supports the right mindset. So grow the right mindset and build the structure, then you will get the right behavior. So I've heard a lot of people talking about automation. We have been talking about automation for years. In my work, we run more than 70,000 jobs a day. It's all automated. What's the big deal? That's not enough, I will claim, because sometimes changes are happening to this one here. And we call in the specialist that you need to go down and fix something right in the engine room. And people come in and try to fix that. But those guys are specialists. They know best, right? No, we want to have it as code. We want to have a pipeline for our infrastructure as well, so we can build that pipeline on demand. And we want to be able to change it. And we want to enable teams being able to change it, to support the full pipeline. This will allow us to create multiple pipelines on demand. We can just fiddle in the code, then ship it, and you have a new pipeline, delivering to your value to your product. That's the idea behind that part. So we're doing that actually also here in SimCorp, where we actually are building. They came to, when you start up the cloud-based services, they came to us and said, you need to run this. You need to run the DevOps part. I said, no, you have to do it in your team. You have to build it in your team, and they're doing so, and they're taking the full responsibility for the entire pipeline now. And it's much more dynamic, and they can accommodate for the changes. So when something breaks, they call in the team. So in my speak here, I've addressed the team structure that we would like to work at as DevOps teams. We want to have a collaboration around it. We need to share it, and we want to create the structure or change the structures that we have in our companies. So that's actually the route forward as I see it, those three takeaways here, and it actually would lead to what I would call no ops. So thank you very much. That was mine.